Hey guys, so the fact of the matter is, whether marriage is your cup of tea, long-term relationships are your cup of tea, or you're not messing with that stuff, either way, there are ways to protect your assets just in case you get involved with a woman or, let's say, a business partner who, well, the business partner wants to sue you, let's say, or the your wife, your ex-wife or whatever wants to come after you for what you have. What a lot of guys don't understand is that you hear these horror stories online about the ex-wife or the wife wanting a divorce and taking the guy, for everything he has, the court forcing the sale of the house so that they can share the proceeds or whatever. You hear about this stuff all the time. But what you don't realize is this. The reason why those guys get screwed like that, it does depend on the state they're in. Some states are more draconian than others, like New York, Massachusetts, California. But the reason is, the biggest mistake a man can make is buying a house with a woman. Biggest mistake you can ever make. No hate to women, it's just a legal fact. You do not want to buy a house with your girlfriend, your LTR, your wife. Okay? Nature speaks through the whole animal kingdom and states, for most mammals, most birds, most everything that is somewhat, warm-blooded and related to us, the male builds the nest. And if the woman approves, she moves in. That's how it works. I'm going to tell you right now, because I've consulted with guys who have had this issue, and I've told them what I do. I'm not married, but I protect my assets in a couple of layered ways, legally. You want to buy the house before you get the wife. If you want to have the wife, if you want to have the children, this is the only way you don't mess up, okay? And this is free game. Don't take this for granted. Nobody's telling you this stuff. You get the house beforehand. If you don't have the money, and I'm not talking about getting a mortgage, I'm talking about buying your house or buying the land and building it. You have no business, in my opinion, getting married or having children unless you own your home outright. Because then, at least in community property states and in most other states, if a woman wants to initiate a divorce, all the assets they're looking at is what transpired from the date of the marriage forward. Did you buy another house? Well, she's not going to take your house. She can't. Okay, and a lot of guys need to stop falling for this BS online where you go on all these subreddits, they listen to all these YouTube channels where they say, oh, she's going to take your house. She's going to be able to take your house. She can take everything from you. No, it's simply not true. It's bad out there, but it's simply not true. She can't take your house if you own it outright before you got married, okay? As a pink-haired person is walking into the building. I'm at a Dunkin' Donuts right now. Oh God, what a world, what a world. But really, buy your assets, your big assets, before you get married. If you have bricks of gold and silver, if you don't want to tell your wife, you don't have to tell your wife. But the fact of the matter is, you better save your receipts so that it's known you bought that beforehand. Same thing with the house. You better save all your paperwork, your deed, all the title work, all that stuff. Save all of it. Because if things get nasty, oftentimes one party, I think you know which one, is going to be irrational. And you need to be the one who has all their ducks in order. You got all your paperwork, you got all that. And you know that, nobody can come after you in court because, well, there's no way they could because you own it beforehand. If you didn't own it beforehand, that's a totally different story. But you do. That being said, that is a condition, in my eyes, to getting married and having children, right? Now, you're never going to get out of child support, so don't even try. You're not going to get out of child support. The only way you're going to get out of that is if you have an amicable agreement with your baby mama, whatever you want to call her, and you stay out the court, and she's okay with you giving her $500 a month or $1,000 a month or whatever, That's rare, but it does happen. You're never going to get out of child support. Don't let anybody lie to you and tell you otherwise. There's a bunch of guys, buy my course online, how to get out of child support. No, it's never going to happen. You're not going to get out of that. But you can get out of having all of your assets stripped from you if you're just intelligent. I know a bunch of guys who are married, and God bless their heart, but you know, they're gonna fall into this position where they end up buying a house with a woman, and then they gotta really walk on eggshells. Whereas if you buy it outright before you have a wife, you don't have to walk on eggshells. It's your house. It's your house. The courts may be draconian, but you can't listen to a lot of these, you know, fear PORN guys on YouTube, because they will tell you that the sky's falling and that, oh, they can take everything. No, they can't. Legally, they cannot take everything from you. They can't. Sorry, it's not possible. And you research this online a little bit deeper and you'll realize that I'm right. You know, but a lot of these guys on YouTube, man, they get their subs, they get their super chats. I'm not hating, I'm just telling the truth. They get their subs, they get their super chats from giving you fantastical information that may not necessarily be true. They'll give you the one-off where there was some weird extenuating circumstance and that's what happened. But I'm telling you straight up, if you own your house, if you bought it before you had LTR, before you had a girlfriend, before you have a wife, you win. She can't take it. And what I'm telling you is this: don't even buy the house if you have a girlfriend, man. Buy the house first, and then you start dating, and then you get the wife, then you have children. That's the way it works. And then the women know straight up. And tell them straight up, hey, look at the law. You're not getting this house from me. I bought it in cash. You're not getting it from me. It's in my name or my company's name or, you know, some other entity's name. You can't take it. And as I said, that's the preparatory work to have your number one most expensive asset not be stripped from you if you do decide to lay with a woman and live with a woman and have children with a woman. Now, there is a legal way to protect all of your assets in the event of divorce, and can't tell you that for free online, because come on guys, I gotta make my living somehow. But it works, and this is what I put all of my assets into. There's actually two vehicles, one within the other. And it's not what you think. I know you're all thinking, oh, I can look it up online and I know exactly what he's talking about. No, you don't. Believe me, no, you don't. It took me a long time to figure this out. But if you want to know, if you want to consult with me, if you want to be able to ironclad your future, whether you're married or not, even if you're married right now, you can use this vehicle to protect yourself. Not completely, not as much as if you were unmarried when you created it, but it still gives you protection. You can email me at thesoftspokenshaman@gmail.com. I'm working on my book, The Forbidden Laws of Success, Volume 5, Acceptance, right now. So I'm not going to write a book on this. I was thinking about it, but it's not necessary. All I need to do is speak to you over the phone, speak to you over email, give you the goods, tell you what it is, and you're good to go. But the fact of the matter is there's not a damn person online, I've looked, telling you how to do this. There's not one person. And I know you think that's fantastical. Like, really? You're some dude sitting in a Ford Ranger. You're some mid-30s dude sitting in a Ford Ranger with the fucking long-ass red beard and a fucking red beanie on, and you're telling me you're the only one on the internet talking about this? Man, I wish it weren't true. I wish it weren't true, but, you know, go outside. Touch some grass. Touch some concrete. Look outside at your average human being. Do you think they know anything? No. These people put their homes in their own name. That's how stupid they are. Okay? So if you want to be a cut above that, and if you want to live your life where you don't get effed, hit me up. Thesoftspokenshaman@gmail.com. If you want the other exclusive content I've been posting for about 15 months, patreon.com/thesoftspokenshaman. It's the best way to support the channel, and I do appreciate it. You guys have a great day.